Said I've been up and I've been down.
I've always lived a life fantastic.
Said I've been played and I've played around.
I always landed on my feet.
There have been bumps along the way,
but I had to take my chances.
And other times when I so great,
but you were standing there to grace me.
With open arms you would catch me.
And then when I fall,
and with the same arms you would love me.
whenever I call,
Always there to forgive me.
if ever I fall,
Standing at the ready to receive me.
whenever I call,
Sometimes the stakes seem so high,
we're going deeper,
and the love felt much lower.
you were afraid, it ain't no secret.
No grace from any man.
Why don't you quit while you can still quit?
And then you say, come take my hand.
That wasn't me, it was something holy.
With open arms you would catch me.
And then when I fall,
And with the same arms you would love me.
whenever I call,
Always there to forgive me.
if ever I fall,
Standing at the ready to receive me.
whenever I
Wanna say it again. With open arms you would catch me.
if ever I fall,
And with the same arms you would love me.
whenever I call,
Always there to forgive me.
if ever I fall,
Standing at the ready to receive me.
whenever I call. Not gonna worry, not gonna worry,
Oh no, no, no.
not gonna worry, not gonna worry,
Never gonna worry now, now.
not gonna worry, not gonna worry,
'Cause you're always there.
not gonna worry, never gonna worry.
Never gonna worry, no, no, no.
Don't worry about my lifestyle profile, that's just what I was made of. Disappointment or disapproval from the heavens, only thing I'm afraid of. I'm the nuisance child, grew up in the lowest tax bracket percentile with loud. So of course I'm bitter, got recourse for them hecklers who try to modify me. But if you can't control these streets, how can you get me?
With open arms you would catch me. And with the same arms you would love me. Always there to forgive me. Standing at the ready to receive me. TP, come on and sing.
With open arms you would catch me. And with the same arms you would love me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Always there to forgive me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Standing at the ready to receive me.
Say it again, say it again, say it again. Oh yeah.
And with the same arms you would love me. Always there to forgive me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Standing at the ready to.
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Mad Church Disease channel. Hello everybody, hello everybody. I know that you guys can hear me because I got my phone up and I heard myself coming back here, so that's good. Happy New Year to you. I hope you are doing well, and I hope life is for the 2025 is already starting in a upward and forward progression mode for you. We've got to talk about a couple of things here before I let you go. I'm not going to keep you very long tonight because I know there's probably like 19,000 of your favorite content creators who want to go on tonight. But I'm going to take my time. I'm going to get it out here. Hopefully we can get out of here in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I will let you go back to the rest of your night. All right. So let's talk. And I'm not going to take too long. First of all, let me give some shout outs to all of you that are in the chat. Shout out to all of the members first who are members of the Mad Church Disease channel. Thank you so very much. I want to shout out Moni No Love. Moni actually gifted some memberships yesterday, and I didn't actually see it, and so I didn't acknowledge it, but I wanted to acknowledge it now. Shout out to Moni No Love for purchasing those memberships on yesterday. It was her and I believe Tasha Global. So thank you, Tasha Global, and thank you to the folks that did that yesterday. Shout out to Sharon Leonard. Hello, Sharon. Shout out to Gerald. What's up, Darryl Moore? Lynn Pearson. Shout out to you as well. Let me see. BB Rock, shout out to you as well. I'm gonna read these comments here in a minute. Shout out to Angela Smith. Shout out to you, Angela. Alex Corbin, shout out to you as well. Serena Giddens, shout out to you as well. Shanice, what's his last name here? It just cuts it off, so I can't see it. But you know I'm talking about you. Let me see. Uncle Fred, good to see you here. Pig Feet 50, which by the way, I think that is like the funniest screen name. Happy New Year to you. Sheila Sutton, good to see you here as well. Darnell, of course, good, faithful, and trusty. Darnell Ranger, good to see you here. Wisdom is Life, also good to see you here. Rodney, good to see you here. Southern Breeze, as well as the wonderful and awesome Christine Parks. I need for every single one of you to please hit the like button. I've got about 90, almost 100 of you guys here. Please make sure that you hit the like button. I promise you, I'm not going to keep you. I'm going to let you go. China Finch, good to see you here as well. To all of you that are lingering in the bushes, I want to say fall out of the bushes and please hit the like button. And I want to tell you why I wanted to come to you guys live right now. I know that there's been a couple of things that has hit the news. There was an attack in New Orleans, and apparently there was an attack somewhere else regarding a cyber truck and Donald Trump's hotel or business place. I'm not really sure where it was because I'm not really into the news and I don't watch the news that much. What up, Bridget? And what up, Southern Breeze, as well as Jesus Gonzalez? Good to see you here as well. Let me say this. Many of you have been texting me today. Before I get into that, let me tell you this. I have been working on editing the videos from yesterday so that I can have some videos coming out for those of you who don't watch the entire live, that so that you can have some shorter condensed content. And that has really taken me all day, of course, because I've been editing those videos and I've actually produced them as well so that I can sort of put them out. And I'm also working on the other videos that I need to put out as well. And Moni No Love, thank you so much, because I really don't know, because I haven't been paying attention. I know there was a cyber truck to blow up outside the Trump Hotel, but let me tell you why why I decided to go live. And y'all forgive me because I do have sinus issues right now, and I needed to do this. Let me be very clear. I told you all who follow me and follow this channel that the first year and a half of Donald Trump's presidency, we were going to see a very tumultuous and heightened sense of stuff happening in our world. I need for you guys to, first of all, calm down and relax, because you guys have sent me a number of text messages today about these cyber attacks and the stuff that's going on. First of all, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. You have a sound mind. And the reason why you should have a sound mind is because, I don't know, maybe for the past 5 or 6 months or so, I've been telling you that these things were going to happen. Not only have I been telling you this, I needed to add something to this for you as well. And I want to remind you of something. I told you that during his presidency that there were going to be crazy people who were going to still make attempts on his life. I told you that. So this whole stressing out and this whole thing about worrying about some of the stuff that's going on. Shout out to Tasha Global. Good to see you, Tasha. And, you guys should not be surprised by this because I informed you of this. And while I was trying to work today, I kept getting so many text messages, and I'm like, Lord, what is going on? I don't really know what's going on. I know I've heard that there's been at least 15 people in New Orleans that have been killed, or something to that effect. And I am trying to stay up with it, but I am protecting my peace. And I haven't really been watching a lot of the news because the news is not something that helps me spiritually. It really kind of tinkers me off and helps, doesn't really help me spiritually. So I don't spend a whole lot of time watching the news because I really have to be focused on my prayer life and what's going on. What's up, Keisha? And it's good to see you here. Pamela Gilmore, good to see you. Walking in love, you as well. God is agape love. If I haven't said hello to you as well, I wanted to make sure that I did that. Southern Breeze, good to see you. So here's the thing. Calm down, everybody. First of all, I gave you guys some things yesterday that I needed for you guys to make sure that you do. We talked about that yesterday, and I need to make sure that you guys are aware that as time increases, you guys are going to be fine. And I told you guys what to do yesterday. Get about the business of doing the stuff that you needed to do. I literally came on here tonight to tell y'all to calm down. Stop sending me all of these text messages about what's going on about these attacks and all of this stuff. Even my roommate kept texting me every time something would happen today. He would send me the text, and I'm like, Lord have mercy. So y'all calm down. Y'all calm down about that. That's the first thing. Somebody said yes. It's Sheila said yes. It's 15 people killed. Wow. And y'all remember I told y'all yesterday that there's 46 million guns in America. Remember I told y'all that? And apparently, I guess this particular gentleman drove a car or a truck or something through all of these people. This stuff is not going to not happen. The first year and a half of Donald Trump's presidency is going to be something else. And so you needed to brace yourself. I've been telling you all that, to brace yourself and to make sure that you're prepared. Yes, it's sad. Yes, it's not a good situation that has transpired. Yes, we need to remain prayerful, but this is something that the Lord has been telling us and showing us. And so y'all need to calm down. That's number one. So, and I want to reiterate, you don't live by fear. God hasn't given you the spirit of fear. He gave you a sound mind. And so you need to use your mind and protect your peace and make sure that you stay in a protective place in your mind, because the thought life of a Christian is going to become very important in the next year and a half. Where you put your mind and where you put your heart is going to be very, very important. Okay. So just understand that. Now, last night, the moderators and I got into a very intense conversation and debate about this Lovey and this young lady's I don't remember her name right now. Somebody can put it in the chat for me, because this is not a story that I don't plan on reporting on. Monique, if you can remind me of what that young lady's name is. We got into a very heated time of fellowship last night, talking about this Prophet Lovey situation. And I might revisit this. Her name is Gigi Rodriguez. And we started talking about Gigi Rodriguez situation. And let me just simply tell you, no one in this situation is innocent. This entire situation is quite disgusting. And I want to say this publicly, because I don't know if I've said this yet, but I need to say this. I have watched a couple of content creators talk about this subject. And let me just tell you what I've often said. And this is something that I believe. Shout out to Debbie over there on Facebook. Debbie, make sure you give me some thumbs ups and some hearts. I would appreciate it. Let me tell you this. Well, Darnell, I can't do it justice. I'm going to tell you, go over to watch Vincent. And then you might want to swing back around and watch St. James, because I'm not going to really go into it in great detail. Let me just simply say, anytime a woman is caught in any type of sexual relationship with a pastor, a spiritual person, a prophet, or whatever, whatever. Y'all listen to me very carefully. It is important for you to understand that the pastor or the leader is in the position of power. Okay. And I know that we like to blame church folks are very strange. Church people typically like to blame the woman for every single thing when they get in types of situations like this. And we can be very judgmental of women when they are found in these types of situations. But I want to tell you, whoever the spiritual leader is and whoever is the person in authority is the one that you must put or lay at the foot of the majority of the blame for the situation. This young lady was a naive young girl. Now, was there certain things that she probably wasn't naive about? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, Lovey was the one with the money. He was the one with the position of power. He was the one who was making requests of her to move from one place to the other. There was all sorts of things in here that should lead you to understand he was the person that was in power and in authority. And I've been on the radio for a number of years when Charles Jenkins from Chicago, when he was over there at Fellowship, when he got caught with his mistress brushing his teeth, and his little his manhood was put out on the internet. I went on the radio with the cussing pastor. Now, mind you, imagine this: all three of us on the show. It was me. It was the cussing pastor. It was William McCray, and it was me. And we was on a radio show in Los Angeles or something, somewhere. And the people, they was on. Well, the cousin pastor and I was in somewhat of agreement, but then William started blaming this woman. I mean, he was ripping her to shreds. And I was like, well, wait a minute, William, I don't like what you're doing here, because church people, we have the tendency to always lay the blame at the foot of the woman. And I'm here to tell you, it takes two to tango. We've all heard that and we all know that. But in this situation, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand this young girl was very naive. Now, was she naive in everything? No, I don't think she was. But I do believe that you have to understand that you can't lay the complete blame on her. Okay? You can't lay the blame completely on her. You have to understand that, he was the person that was in position of power, whether it is a pastor, whether it is a bishop, whether it is an apostle, any of those people. You have to understand that those people are the ones that are in the position of power. And so blaming her is not going to get you any answers. Now, from what I understand, she's probably going to make some additional videos. And Tasha Global did a video earlier, and I think she called Lovey the Dingaling Slinger. I tell you that Tasha Global can come up with a title too. Boy, that was funny. That was pretty funny. And so you guys might want to go over there and check that out too, because I didn't have a chance to watch the whole thing. I got to go back and watch the replay. Misha says, Lovey, shout out to Misha too. Thanks for joining me real quick, Misha. Lovey decided to go with the woman who he thinks he was equally yoked with. His wife prophesies too and is charismatic. You know what? And we talked about that last night. The moderators and I, we discussed that. And we talked about the fact that, he chose somebody that he felt like would sync better with him as far as ministry is concerned. And, I think that I said certain things to the moderators last night. I think that might have caused him some red flags. And I kind of shared with them some things that how preachers think when it comes to, these types of things. And when, preachers have these conversations with women when they're getting close to, maybe considering them for marriage, there's a whole litany of questions and things and communication that comes from a pastor to a woman that he's considering possibly making her his wife. Let me tell you something. Many of you may not know, there's a bishop by the name of Bishop Don Mears. Don Mears put together several years ago a manual for pastors and leaders who were considering marriage. If you don't know who Bishop Don Mears is, go Google him. And I actually attended some of these marriage conference things that he was doing. And I do believe that communication is really important, especially when it comes to getting married. Hello, Ebony. Shout out to you, Ebony. Um, and Tasha Global says she uh he went with a woman that his spiritual daddy picked out. And she's good for the empire. Okay, all right, okay, I got you. But here's what I want to tell you. Understand something. Uh he was wrong, the young lady was wrong, and don't give me the excuse just because the prophet is single that he just gets to do whatever he wants to do. I don't like the connotation from some people that I've heard regarding this situation either. Lovey just doesn't get to go sleeping around because he wasn't married at the time. And people say, oh well, he was single, so he should be allowed to just go do what he wants. No ma'am, no sir. No, ma'am, no, sir. When you are in the position of leadership, you need to understand there are certain expectations on you. And my thing is this: if you are the spiritual leader and you're supposed to be the person that is going before God on behalf of the people, then, sir, you needed to deal with that aspect of yourself and keep yourself in a state of prayer and have the intercessors interceding for you and praying for you, so that you could be an example to the people that you're trying to preach to and to prophesy to. But this is also one of the reasons why in our society today you don't really hear people talk a lot about the word sin, sin, anything that separates us from God. You don't hear a lot of people talking about sin because there is something for the believer called sin. And we need to understand that there are some things that are fighting us, that are trying to keep us and separate us from God. And that's just the fact of the matter. And so I don't understand how, people are just being so dismissive of his behavior. I don't understand that. Now, what you might define as a sin because of your tradition and your how shall I say, your weak-minded explanations of some spiritual texts. I think sometimes what we define as sin is not sin, and I think those are conversations that we need to have, and that's why we're here at the Mad Church Disease Channel, to have those conversations, and we most certainly will have those conversations. And Lynn, holiness is right, and we got to understand what holiness is. It's not a matter of what you do, what you wear, and all those other things. It's a matter of a heart that is bowed toward God. And so I'll leave my comments there, and we'll deal with that another particular time. Debbie, and I appreciate you saying that. Make sure you give me some hearts over there on Facebook. Love you and appreciate you. Now, y'all listen to me very carefully. I am not trying to beat up on Gigi Rodriguez. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to beat up on Lovey either, because let me tell you something. I told y'all about Lovey months ago. And I'm about to tell y'all another story here in another couple of days about Lovey and Prophet Elias, or whatever this other fellow is. We're gonna have a conversation about him as well, and we're gonna have a conversation about prophets in general. We about to have us another good conversation, okay? So just understand that. So I just want to put that out there so you guys will know that. Let me see what you guys are saying before I go on. Now let me go back up to the top, because I know Gerald was cutting up. Or did I miss all those comments? Let me go to your comments. Sharon said, Happy New Year, Marcellus, and all that are watching. We made it through. We made it through another year. We made it through. Yes, thank God. We absolutely made it. Here's Gerald. Gerald says, Gerald is hilarious. Happy New Year first to the prelate and angel of this here YouTube channel. I say, I knew Gerald was going to say something that's going to make me laugh. The Right Reverend Archbishop, God's great prophet to this here galaxy, Dr. MCD. You know you are hilarious, Gerald. And to the board of the MCD Church, the MODs. Okay, whatever, Gerald. I appreciate that. That is too darn funny. Gerald is hilarious. And look at Lynn. Lynn say Gerald doing his own pre-show. I know he sure is. Gerald is a mess. That is so funny. And happy New Year to you, BB Rock, as well. Let me go down some of these comments. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. And we are in the kitchen for the new year. And you know what? I just wanted to do a different background because, first of all, this here Iju joint, and we can do what we want, right? So many people come over here all the time trying to tell us what to do. And I just said, you know what? I'm gonna change it up tonight, and I'm just gonna do what I want to do. No blue black background. I like this background, and so I was that's why we in the kitchen tonight. Yes, we are. And so y'all make sure y'all hit the like button because y'all know how I am. And I don't want to stop. And this cyber truck that blew up outside of the Trump Hotel, understand something. This is not the only time and the only one that this is going to happen. This is going to be something, that is quite frequent. And I want to tell you all something else. We were able to see through Kamala Harris and President Biden that Secret Service needs to tighten up their game. But I want to tell you something. And we may not hear about this immediately, but someone in Secret Service is leaking information. And see, this is the thing about being spiritual. When you all remember when they had that debacle with Secret Service with Kamala Harris, and everybody was all like, "Oh my God, how do these people get to Secret Service, and how does all that stuff happening?" It happens because people are not in their posts, and some people are out talking and running off at the mouth, and they should not be doing so. Somebody's leaking information in the Secret Service. Just thought I'd share. Let's move on. And see, this is one of the reasons why I don't watch a lot of the news, because you got to know. You got to keep your ear to the ground spiritually. That's all I'm saying. Southern Breeze, put on the whole armor, everybody. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sheila Sutton says, yes, it's 15 killed by someone associated with ISIS. Yeah, and I'm not surprised by that at all. Because they're so busy worried about and creating all of this race stuff in America. And at some point, we're going to have to learn to get past all of this. And we're going to have to deal with the biggest sin in America, which is racism. And once we can deal with that, then we'll be able to deal with some of this other stuff. But they're attacking us from within because our eyes and our hearts and our minds are somewhere else. And that's why they're able to get away with this stuff. And that's why they're able to do it. I'm just saying. Let's move on. Because it's no. And Shardy said that woman of God is fine. Yes, she's really pretty. Some people don't believe that, Shardy, but I think the lady Gigi is very beautiful. I do. That's just one of my opinions, and it is what it is, and I'm in agreement with you. Michelle says she is salty. He married and had a baby with his wife, and I think she is salty. She is a woman who is quite scorned, and if you are in her position, you can't blame her for being scorned, right? You can't blame her for being scorned. Hey, and the moderators and I talked last night about the fact that this new generation of young ladies is not like the older women and from past generations, because this generation is a generation of women who kiss and tell. And if you're going to date in this generation, you need to understand that these women are going to kiss and tell. And we were laughing about that sermon that Jamal Bryant preached that time, said that these hoes are not loyal. They've been telling us for quite a long time who they are and what they are. And so we need to understand what we're dealing with. These are the kind of women that'll you have sex with you, let you roll over and fall asleep, and take a picture of your butt cheeks. You understand what I'm saying? And have you on the internet saying, yeah, I slept with him. You got to pay attention. You got to know who you're dealing with. And I told them the story of how Bobby Brown got caught with Kareen Steffens, better known as Superhead, and with Whitney Houston, and when he was cheating and stuff, which he was always cheating, but that's a whole nother matter. Let's move on. I'm just saying. But yeah. But this whole thing is very strange. Lovey decided to go with the woman he thinks was equally yoked with. His wife prophesies. Yeah, you said that. Got that. Yeah, and he did say this, and this is something that we were talking about last night. He told Gigi that God wanted him to be with the wife, but he wanted Gigi, and this is part of the game. I think it's a part of the game, Moni, but I also believe, because I've seen preachers be in this struggle sometimes. God will tell them they're supposed to be married to somebody else, but they want a different type of woman, and they want another woman, but God is trying to tell them to marry somebody else. It has happened. I know preachers who've been in that situation, but this is a very interesting situation. And I think on this, it has nothing to do with that. I think he's just being a player, if you want to know the truth. That's just me. What Tasha Global says here. Lovey went want a woman his spiritual father pick. Yeah, well, that's what they do. That's what they do. And these spiritual fathers is picking all these husbands and wives, and these people are still getting divorced. What did Darryl say? Darryl said, come on, comment. I could never be the pastor of any church. I like women too much, and I would be lying if I said I would be celibate. Well, here's the thing, Darryl. There is something unspoken in church society and church community. If the pastor is single, and if you listen to a lot of these vloggers, they're sort of giving you an indication of how a lot of church people think. They think if the pastor is single, he's just allowed to sleep and be with whomever he wants to because he's a single man. And it is excused a lot of times in churches just because of that fact. And they know it, but it's like an unspoken thing. And it's something that nobody really talks about, and nobody talks about it because I often tell everybody church has its own culture. And we need to understand that. And I've talked about church culture in times past, and we might have to come back around and revisit the discussion of church culture. But the church has a culture, just like hip hop has a culture, just like society has a culture. There is a culture to church, and people need to understand it. That's why we talk differently. That's why certain things that are done in church, it is different. Okay, it is just different. I've got 190 some people in the chat, and I've got 67 likes. Can y'all do me a favor and please hit the like button? Please hit the like button. Now let me go over here and see how many likes y'all done put on this video, because see, I just started talking. Oh wow, it's still set. I got 75, Moni. Can y'all please hit the darn like button? Somebody please hit the like button. And I don't want to call anybody's name, but I'm just gonna put to those of you that are cash apping, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And by the way, if you are interested in supporting the show, the cash app information is off into the corner here. Yeah, please make sure that you support the channel. Thank you very much. And I do appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. So yeah. And I was watching the Luther Vandross documentary. It's going to be on Hulu as well. So I'm going to go watch that again. I'm going to actually watch it from the beginning because I wasn't able to watch it from the beginning. Can y'all please hit the like button? Can y'all do that? What did Roxanne just say? What'd she say to me? Roxanne says I need to sit on a pillow because I'm too low in my chair, I think. Well, Roxanne, I like having the high back. It's my thing. So I like having the high back chair. But Roxanne say I'm too low. Whatever, Roxanne. But y'all hit the y'all hit the like button. That is too funny. What Darnell saying here? The days of throwing stones at women in the church is over. Yeah, Darnell, I definitely believe that. And also, Darnell, I also believe that, putting these labels on women and putting these scarlet letters on women, is the day of that is over as well. The pastor gets to go around and sleep around and make babies. And then if some girl in the choir gets pregnant, we looking at her talking about she need to sit down and all this other kind of stuff. Yeah, those days are over. I think we're coming into a maturity of understanding, and so people are understanding that. And yes, Lynn, this is our juke joint, and y'all need to understand that this is our juke joint, and we do things the way we do it. And I know Debbie's like, yes, indeed, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Happy New Year to you. Who is this? Uncle Fred? Was that Fred? I tell you, this thing be working. Yes. Happy. And let me tell y'all about what we did last night. All of the moderators and I stayed on the phone. They stayed on the phone with me while I was out doing some work. And when they hit their 12 o'clock, we celebrated with them. When the people in the middle, Mountain Time or whatever, when they hit their 12 o'clock, we celebrated with them. Do y'all know that Uncle Fred stayed up with me until 3 a.m. his time to celebrate with me for New Year's when the clock struck 12 midnight for me. Shout out to Uncle Fred and all the other moderators that stayed up with me last night. And I just thought Uncle Fred was just gonna fall asleep, but Uncle Fred was a trooper, and he stayed up with me last night to wish me a happy new year, and so I'm appreciative of that too. All Sookie, we in the kitchen. Yeah, I thought I read that. Is it these things should be going what's going on here? Why am I reading the same comments? Something is not working. Let me go down. I could have swore I read that. Okay. Yeah, I read all of that. Oh yeah. For some odd reason, I think every time y'all make comments is rolling it back up. Yeah. Let me go back down here and see where I'm at. Somebody said, I remember I had to sit in a minister's meeting complaining about the women altar workers showing too much of their hips in their dress. I cussed them Negroes out immediately in Jesus' name. Darryl, yeah, I've been there. I've had to have those stupid conversations as well. And, I'm just like, if a little bit of hips and breasts make you go crazy, you need to go get a savior. You really do. And that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, you need to go get a savior. Somebody said random advice says, back in the day, the word was about single people not sleeping around, / remember that thing referred to as fornication. Well, yeah, random. Yes, we do. We understand that. We definitely do. And let me just say this. I think from a historical point and from a traditional point, we understand what our tradition teaches us and taught us. But I think for those of us who have matriculated and have gone through, somebody said, can't see my face. Who can't see my face? Y'all can't see. Probably because I got this thing up. Normally when I don't shave my face, I put this up and shave my mustache. But anyway, Roxanne, stop focus on that. You stay focused. Roxanne, what up, Craig? Did I see Craig? Happy New Year, Craig. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Roxanne cracking me up today. You doing too much, Roxanne. Roxanne is a whole mess. But yeah, but I definitely, I think from a traditional standpoint, and what you will notice about me is I'm not trying to kill the tradition, but I am trying to make you think. And when we get ready to have some more discussions about some of that in the new year, I'm sure some of you are going to be really mad at me, because you're going to find that I'm going to challenge you in your tradition, and we're going to have some really good conversations about that. Barbara says, Happy New Year to us all. Yes. Hey, Barbara, Happy New Year to you as well. All right. Now there's a couple of things I wanted to share with you guys before I got off of here today as well. And I'll stay on a little bit longer if you guys want me to, but I wanted to tell you guys on January the 8th of 2025, we're going to have our first members only live in our members only community. And I'm going to call it a sip and chat. You can sip on whatever you want to sip on. It could be apple juice. It could be grape juice. It could be whatever you want to sip on. But we're going to do our sip and chat. This is going to be a members only live. What I'm going to do in this members only live is I'm going to give you a little bit of my background. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about, I'm going to, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about my background. Let me stay out the chat because I'm getting distracted. And I'm going to let you guys know a little bit more personal things about me. And we're going to get into some more personal stuff. For those of you that are part of the community and those of you that are sharing with Mad Church Disease, I want you guys to know me and understand me a little bit better. And Roxanne, I think I didn't raise the chair up because I really wasn't, I'm just trying to relax. So I'm relaxed on tonight. So there. But if you don't have a membership, you definitely want to make sure that you get you a membership to the Mad Church Disease channel. The membership start you guys at $4.99 a month. That's how you can support the channel. There should be a join button if you're on your cell phone, or if you're on a laptop or computer PC. You will see a join button right next to the channel. You can click on that button, get the membership, and that'll actually get you in. Now, there's a couple of things too that I wanted to talk to you guys about as well. But the sipping chat is definitely something that we're going to be doing, and it's just my laid back time of talking to you guys and getting you guys a little bit better acquainted with me. I need for y'all to understand who I am and what's the purpose of all of this, and so I'm really going to be excited about doing that. All right, and so that way we'll be able to have our good conversation. All right, so that's what we're going to do on the 8th. So just to make you guys aware of that, please make sure that you do that. Now, let me see. There was something I wanted to tell y'all. Let me go in there. Hey, Kelly, good to see you here as well. Checking in from New Orleans. Please keep us in your prayers. We definitely will. I know there's a lot of stuff, and we were talking about that going on down there. But Kelly, I want to tell you something. This is designed to fill everybody's hearts with fear, not just the folks in New Orleans, but other places as well. I'm glad that they canceled the game that you guys were supposed to have, from what I heard. And I think they postponed it until tomorrow. So hopefully, you guys be prayerful and be vigilant and paying attention and watching. Some people are trying to turn America into some of these other places where you got to, be fearful of a bomb every 5 seconds, but that's not America, and we're gonna keep doing what we need to do, and we will handle you accordingly when you come over here and think you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do to us. We're gonna take good care of you. Do you guys like how I move my little pillow right over? You like how that is, and you like how my seat isn't, well, let me behave myself. You like how my seat isn't leaning? You like how my seat, okay, see how my seat, when I move, my seat moves. You see that? All right. Anyway, moving right along. Yeah. And thank you for those of you that did the stand-up challenge. There was somebody that I put in the chat for the moderators. I forgot the name of her channel. I'm gonna remind y'all of the name of her channel later. But yes, the young lady that did the stand-up challenge, I appreciate that. And so yeah, it was so funny. But I did edit some videos, and here's what I wanted to tell you guys too, because I am going to be going live a lot in this year, and I'm going to be actually, like the show that we had yesterday, I'm going to be repeating those shows sometimes, but I'm going to edit them out and have a little edited version of them, so people that stay up late at night, who don't stay, that don't watch me at my 5 o'clock hour, that can watch it at 10 o'clock hour. I might rerun it at 10 o'clock, kind of like what Roland Martin does. And so we're going to be doing a whole lot of that in the new year. So just make sure you guys understand that. And if you're up, you can watch those videos. Now, understand something. If I go live, don't always think that it's going to be a repeat of something that I have done in the past, because I got some stories that I'm going to be telling, but they're going to be going live on this here channel. And so you guys are going to need to know that and just be paying attention to that as well. And that's because with all of your support, and when you send support to the channel, it affords me the opportunity so that I can work on other videos and other projects as well. All right. Now, shout out to all of you that are in the chat, to the 221 of you. We have made it to the 43-minute mark. I want to say thank you. Unless anybody has any questions, I've made you aware of everything that I need to make you aware of during this live. And I don't want to keep you guys. I want to go back and start watching my Luther Vandross documentary that I was watching. But if you guys have any questions, make sure that you reach out to me. I will be going live tomorrow at 5 Pacific Standard Time. I believe that's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Somebody said, did this oh, you know what, Gerald? I'm not even putting that up on the screen, because that's going to start a fight, Gerald, and I don't have time for that. Oh, let me tell you something. I also put a clip of, I made a clip of gospel, talking about gospel beefs, and I'm going to put that video up tomorrow's Thursday, probably on Friday, and I'm gonna trickle out the videos that we got that I've already edited. Gerald is something else. Gerald is hilarious. But I don't have any beef with anybody. I'm fine. God is good. We don't have to worry about all of that kind of stuff, you all. And I promise you, in 2025, my focus is to put out good content and make sure that we're talking about some good subjects, and and deal with that. Darryl, you crazy. Stand by Donnie McClurkin. Okay. But yeah, so y'all make sure y'all do that. I appreciate you. Appreciate every single one of you. God bless you. Thank you so very much for joining me. Just wanted to do this quick live so that we could have our conversation. Thank you to Kelly Hayes and everybody. I will see you guys in the very next video. Good night, everybody. Go watch the Luther Vandross documentary on Hulu and CNN. Thank y'all.
Mad Church Disease, a channel that's all about current events, news, and Christian drama. A channel that's dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Our brothers and sisters who courageously stepped outside the safe bounds of institutional Christianity to tell the truth. A channel whose goal is to help the average person understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. So like, comment, subscribe, and smash the notifications button to be a part of this channel.